share the screen real quick. So one thing that I just came back from Canada, Winnipeg. It's cold there, by the way. Oh my gosh. And I got off the plane. It was -7. And luckily, Courtney had me wear some thing for my neck. It's got a toque. I don't know what they call it.
Yeah.
And it saved me. Really? I was sitting there. I'm like going, oh, this is not good. So while I was there, I did 3 presentations. The Winnipegans, I guess that's what you call them, are a hardy lot, as they should be. And I spoke to some business groups, and they gave me some questions beforehand, which was great, because a lot of times I usually just talk and just share what I think you'd find interesting. And I had a question from the audience, a lot of professionals, some younger people, and they wanted to have what's an overview of the top AI tools. Now these tools are changing every day. And that's what really overwhelms a lot of people is, I don't know what to do. Now, what I do suggest to everyone is that you pick one and you just use that one, because there's 5 levels of sophistication, which I'll show you. So you just got to use it. And the other tip that I'll tell you is to use it properly. And to use it properly means don't type, talk to it. Don't worry about the grammar. Don't worry about the spelling. All of that's going to go away in 5 years. No one will not know how to write a letter, to do anything. It's all going to be done via AI. I can guarantee it. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Yeah. So the question was what are the top ones out there? So the 3 big ones is you have Gemini, Google, and that comes. Everyone, if you have a Google account, you get Gemini, which is very, very powerful.
Have you asked Clay which one's the best?
Of course.
I think it depends on what you use.
But you know what, Clay though? Clay doesn't care, because I can change Clay's brain.
With you.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. I can change whatever model. Yeah. So his model that's what I did for Courtney, and I'm going to show you something I did really, really cool last night. Then you have Microsoft OpenAI. Copilot is what most corporations are using, and it's interchangeable. I have Copilot and OpenAI. That's ChatGPT. That's a very safe model to utilize, and it's very powerful. And then Claude, which has been the darling, and it's this one here. It's also very powerful too. It's best for writing. It's added some additional features. The stuff I do for coding, I use Claude Coding, and then Cowork is now becoming slightly agentic, and where it can take over your computer, but you have to be very careful with it. So I just put it here. Gemini has these are the strengths and weaknesses. It's integrated with the Google Workplace. You have research. It can do multimodal capabilities. It does both video. Number 1 site's Google. Number 2 site's YouTube. Great with video. Weakness, it's kind of it's like a search engine on steroids, if that makes any sense. So it's good, but it's not great. So I don't typically use it when I want to have a session and kind of talk to my agentic bots, which I talk to them all the time. And it's also for Gmail integration. Notebook LM is pretty amazing, and that's part of the Gemini workforce. And I'm probably going to do a class on that just for the agents and how I create infographics, how I create decks, faceless videos, all for free. And you can just drop something in there, and it does it instantly. It's amazing how great this tool is. Copilot, Microsoft. This is the and again, I was to a corporate crowd. That's why I said Copilot rather than ChatGPT. It's really the same thing.
ChatGPT owned by Microsoft?
They're heavily invested with Microsoft. Yes, Microsoft was one of the first early investors of ChatGPT, and they have a big stake in it. 75% of Fortune 500 companies use Copilot, which is a scaled-down version and a safe version of ChatGPT. It's changed a little bit. You'll see the model has changed. And it goes for for 365 integration. It has multiple things. You have GPTs. You have, if you paid version, you have project folders, which allows you to kind of focus in, and then you can get very keyed in with it with the other stuff that it has on the site. It is verbose. Unless the one thing too that if you don't give context, a lot of people just ask. This is what I hear a lot of times. Oh, I used it and it wasn't great. And then I go, okay, how many times did you use it? Hold on here. And I say, now how many times have you used it? And And they go, oh, yeah, this once, twice, and he gave me all this garbage. I go, okay. I said, did you talk to it? And most of the time they say no. And I said, did you give it context? So when I have a session with my engines, I will give it some context. I don't pretend that it knows everything. It knows a lot. But if I'm going to talk about, say, dialing or whatnot, I give, okay, here's some background in this area. Here's some background about best practices for telemarketing or best practices for doing social media posts. I'll usually search that. I'll do deep research. I'll give it something there. Then I send it out. Or if I find something I like, I'll give that the context. And my sessions and my output are infinitely better than most people's. And that's where you have to. So you don't assume it knows everything, because it doesn't. You have to get, yeah. And the thing is that, so when I look at it, it's like an employee to me. And I don't pretend that that employee will know everything. I have to train it. So what I do is I give it training documents. I'll ask it questions, and once it gets trained, and then that's why I use project folders, it now becomes an expert in that. And then that way I have more of a point of context. A lot of people don't do that. And that's why their experience with it is less than stellar. And the next one is Claude. This has been like the darling this past month. Great for long context windows. You can do the co-work. The co-pilot with it within the system. Not co-pilot, it's the co-agent. It's right here. Let me show you right quick. Co-work. Yeah, it's called co-work. And this one here, this is where everyone's been talking about. This is only available on the desktop version too, the co-work and the code. But these items allow you to do some really crazy thing. It is a beautiful writer. It's one of the best writers, natural, that I have out of all the different engines. So when I have something written, I'll always use the Claude code on it. Okay, so if you wanted to do like a decision matrix, email drafts and Outlook, I'd use Copilot. Research from multiple sources will be Gemini. Complex document analysis, I'll use Claude. It has great OCR character recognition. I can drop in PDFs in there, multiple, and it just reads it all. It's amazing how smart it is.
You have to teach all three of these because they don't pollinate in any way. Right?
They don't. Yeah, they're all different. Yeah, they don't talk to each other. Yeah, and that's going to change, but not right now. You're right, absolutely right. And then creative writing, Claude, Google Workspace, Gemini.
Do you think there will be just one standard eventually?
No. It's gonna be kind of like you want to have competition. Okay. Yeah. So, but what's going to happen? One of two things. You'll start to have assigned bots, kind of like So what I have, let me show you real quick. So this is
Bot broker Hill.
this is Clay. So Clay lives on a computer, and Clay doesn't care what LLM or what Gemini, if it's Gemini, if it's Google, if it's Microsoft, if it's OpenAI or Claude. And last night I was working with Courtney's agentic bot to do something that she told me about. And I said, yeah, I can get it to do that. But then I discovered the brain that I was using wasn't smart enough to do what needed to be done. So I spent 3 hours last night trying to figure out what was wrong with my bot. It was giving me, it hallucinated big time. It was giving me all these hallucinations where I had to have very stern conversations back and forth with this bot. Now this bot, I challenge it. And I'm using Telegram to interact with it. You can see I had lots of conversations with our bot Sherry, and then I hit an issue. So OpenClaw, these are the agentic bots that are going to happen in 5 years, but you have to be very technical to get this working. So that's why normal people don't have this. Only about 1% of the population are using this stuff. So this is kind of where it's going to go, where it doesn't matter where it is or who it is, you just plug it in. That scares the hell out of OpenAI because they want you to be in their verse. Yeah, so you're a paid customer, right? So that's kind of where it's going to go. All right, and then this is the infrastructure. So I wanted to give everyone kind of an idea of AI, so you don't feel bad that because you're hearing about it nonstop. I call it the sophistication ladder. So level 1, that's where majority of people are at, And that's where you're just, you're using the chat, you got the project folders, you know of it, you're kind of dealing with it, you have it on multiple devices. That's your your ChatGPT, your Claude, and your Gemini. You're just using it. That's where everyone's at. And they're not going to probably get out of level 1. When you start making custom GPTs, these are independent little programs that I've done, that moves you to level 2. That means you're now starting to explore with a little bit of programming, a little JSON. You're seeing, because for Google, it has, they call gems, and you can make these little programs and you can send them out. So I was speaking in front of an investment group. I just created a quick investment out so you can do rental comps. Hit it rental comp and it just pulls this little information and goes from there.
Are you coding it on the back end to get these?
I am,
GPTs?
yeah.
Okay. Are you using AI to code?
Yes. Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
It's
just
I'm
coding
using.
itself.
I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's all AI. And then when you go to level 3, this is where you get into automations. So this is where I'll use Make or N8N to automate stuff. So we had Hootsuite, which was a social poster, and they were charging thousands of dollars a year just to post to social, and I just replaced it. I just created my own automation using API tools and Make and N8N to create that. And then you get to level 4. This is the memory thing Gina was talking about. So I created a memory, a database, so it remembers my conversations, and it goes off for different sessions and different programs using a database with a connection to that, and it's called a MCP, a Model Context Protocol. So then when I go to my agentic bot or go to Claude, it recalls everything I've done. And that's way, way, way sophisticated. But that's a big issue, is memory.
Does that I'm sorry, also
Yeah.
I find this kind of like, so if it's monitoring, let's say, your other conversations with Claude or OpenAI, does it on the back end fact check that and tell you? Is that kind of one of the reasons that you have it there to go, hey, you just had these conversations with AI, but I actually think it's wrong and this is why?
You can, or mostly what I use it for is because I have so many projects going on, I'll jump on my agentic bot or I'll jump on Claude. I say, okay, recall us creating this project. Do you remember this? Because otherwise I had to give it all that context again, or reference a folder. In this case, it remembers, it has all my past conversations. So LinkedIn, I need to give you an update on LinkedIn. They changed their whole entire site. And so LinkedIn,
I'm on it right now.
Yeah.
I'm multitasking.
okay,
Sorry.
it didn't, it changed the comment thing. It completely changed their website. So because I already created a LinkedIn comment thing. So
Yeah, and see, like today, that's not on my. So
yeah, they took it down. I updated it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I was going to tell you about it.
Okay.
So LinkedIn, I created this because you can also pay for this. And if you go to the different, like for Property Spotlight, you see this is here. I made this, the HM commenter, and this will comment automatically based upon the article and who's there. And I can also set it up. And this here is connected to my automation that I just made this. So and this way you can kind of just go there, and then it's nice about it. You click it, pulls it into the comment, and I can still edit it. And I made that using this automation, and I made it available for so that's kind of an example of that. But it's going to get pretty crazy.
It's just going to be bots talking to each other.
It's all bots talking to each other. Yeah, in fact, it's going to be posts from bots to
it's
bots.
just gonna be
No, all my posts are
That's crazy.
all social pod. Yeah, everything. And then, the final thing is kind of the invisible department. So let me give you an example. So Courtney was on a call last night, and she, I'm not sure she's there or not. There she is. She was bringing up that one of the young guys there, a pain point is doing your contact database and you need to do it. No one ever does it. And they were talking about, I just got it. One of the guys says, I just got around it, and because they don't offer, they call it an application program interface, which allows me to log into it directly. If I get that, I can do anything with my automations. But most companies are not going to do that. So Harcourt's Vault doesn't have that. Now FUB does, but Vault bots, but Vault, which is fine. So what I did is I was working with Courtney's bot, so I upgraded its brain to now log directly into Harcourt's and give it access. So I said, okay, go ahead. What I want you to do is, since there's no application there, I want you to go on your computer, launch a browser, take this content I send you and put this into the database. And it did it. So now she can just pass on the information and say, okay, add these contacts to the database. And then it logged in. So Sherry did this. I just gave her this skill. I upped her skills, gave her the access, and then Sherry went ahead and gave me all the snapshots of what it did. And then it shows here, all set. I logged in Harcourt's Vault using the credentials as provided, created Robert Wills, which is one of my new clients, and this is in her database. Put the address, role as landlord, property address.
Does everybody see why I'm feeling overwhelmed with my AI
I love
stuff?
this.
All the stuff he does, I don't know what he's talking about half the time. It makes my head hurt.
Yeah, so Sherry's smarter now, honey. I'll have to show you how to use it. So now I have Clay doing it for me because I have another database for prospects. So now I don't have to go into the database. I can just tell Clay, okay, add this to the content database.
And it knows the process now.
How is this any faster than her just logging directly in and doing it herself?
Because she doesn't do it.
So this is going to make it more fun for her.
Can you just have it also
Because you
follow
can probably
my
just go on your
clients'
phone
points,
and
right?
No, so
talk to it and go, hey, put
this is a pain point. So salespeople, we don't, go ahead.
My question is, where did the information come from that you told it to input? Did you just copy and paste it from somewhere?
An email, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So in our business, I can't tell you how many times I did not add that person to the database. If they were in the database, again, that stool is about trickle and consistent type of thing. The roadblock and the issue has always been me or Courtney because we get so busy. And this way you can say, okay, Sherry, add this is a client, add this to the database.
But she still has to take the time to go copy it and put it in
Yep.
there, right?
Right, but you don't understand. So she doesn't have to now go to the desktop, log into the vault, find the address, take that information, open up the contact, copy the name, copy the last name, copy the email address.
Okay.
So instead she goes, Sherry, add this to the database.
And so she goes,
And then she
copy,
does copy paste,
paste.
one click, and it's done.
Yeah.
That's where
It's a number of steps.
when she brought that up to me, it made a lot of sense. But it's really hard to do, super hard to do. This took me a lot of time to get this figured out, and it's not 100%. I got to make sure it remembers everything. My bot is way more sophisticated than Courtney's bot because I use it all the time. But I upped her memory, her brain on this bot to be able to facilitate this because it took.
But that's what you're doing is probably beyond.
Oh, but yeah, no, but it's gonna. That's where you're gonna get. That's where you're gonna happen. Yeah,
I'm on board.
but
When you're
That is
upping the
cool.
memory, is that just like processing memory, what it can do for a given task? Or is it the memory of all the conversations you've ever had?
all the conversations I've had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An actual, yeah.
And so
Crazy.
the closest one that's going to get there is going to be Claude Cowork right now.
Could you, I'm not sure if you're already doing this, but could you reverse it? Could you ask your bot, hey, I can't remember so-and-so's name.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
so-and-so's number.
Yeah.
Here's their name. And then they go, here's the number.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, and
That's really going to demo.
but that's where like the phone thing would be nice, but it has so. And the thing is, this is a workaround because typically what happens is companies will offer a developer backend to the database called an application program interface, an API. And if I have an API, I can do amazing stuff.
Yeah.
But because they don't have an API, I had to then work around it by saying, okay, you're an invisible person sitting at a computer, launch your browser and just do what I do and get that kind of stuff.
Interesting. Okay.
And
So
it's not the quickest, but it does it.
It's assuming your role in a way, in the sense of logging something in, or and
Yeah,
it's an extension of you.
And then when they get an API, I'll just build an automation, and then it'll be different. So eventually, but then if we move our CRMs to something else, I have an API. There's endless stuff I can do with it. But the co-work will be this, and this is what's really overwhelming a lot of people right now. This is Claude Co-work on the desktop. I can take a look. So like yesterday, I have a friend of mine who wants to do code. I just took three things and said, okay, just draft an email and send it over to him so I have it set up. I can also have it look at my desktop. I can say, go to my folder, and organize everything for me, or take a look at this folder and tell me what's there. It will also do Excel stuff. It will do all these type of things, and it does browser stuff. So what I just showed you, it will do the same thing too. But you have to have it open. You have to be in front of it. And you got to tell it. So you got to have that screen running on the side while you do it. So you can say, add these 100 contacts to my thing, and that's probably something I'm going to work on next. And that will do this today, and it's a little bit more approachable than what I'm doing. And like you said, I'm level 5. Most people are level 1, and I don't say that just to brag, but I am at that level. So I'm level 5, and most people are level 1. But that's where we're going to go. Yeah. And the guy who made this agentic bot, who's now a billionaire, OpenAI hired him, or not hired him, he's a partner. And he's creating this for ChatGPT. So that's why I'm saying ChatGPT might be one to look at, because the guy who made OpenClaw is now working, and his whole goal is to have his mother be able to do this, because we know how technical it is.
Well, it's like when...
All right, so any questions? I know I covered a lot there.
How long did it take you to get to level? And how many hours?
2.5 years. I've been doing AI. Well, I'm also technical, but I've been doing AI consistently for about 2.5 years. And now it's weird. Everyone's starting to go, oh, this AI thing is a thing. It's not going away. And when I talk to people, they're like, how in the hell did you get so fast? I said, I've been doing this nonstop for 2.5 years. And that's kind of where I'm at. So now it's really, because, one thing too I want to share with everybody too, that I did create a website, or actually Clay created the website. I just told him what to do. And if you go to this site, open this up. Okay, so I have TechTony.co is the my consulting site. So if you go to TechTony.co, this is where I have all the links for everything. So when I share all these resources, these are all the very advanced links, developer tools, custom AI tools, and top AI models. And so you can click the ones that are actually there. So these are all available, ready to go.
Oh, okay.
And then all that good stuff. Hey. All right.
So anybody you've presented to, are you giving them this information as well?
This is my consulting site. Yeah. And then I created the invisibledepartment.com. That's my landing page for all my marketing stuff, which I have not turned on yet. All right, that's it.